right, welcome to Confession Tuesday, right here on 95.1 Nigeria Info. Glad you can join me. Thank you so much, and good afternoon again. It's 20 minutes past 2. Whoa, we've eaten so much into the time. But anyways, let's see how much of the confession we can take on this afternoon. You can join us on our social media platforms on YouTube and Facebook. As we'll be streaming live, you can leave your messages there. And let's see how much of the show we can carry on till about 3 o'clock. Love to hear from you. So for those of you who are joining for the first time, we'd always love to let you know what the show is about, what this segment is about. It's about you. It's about the stuff you have up your chest. It's about something you're holding on to, and it's not doing you any good, right? So we give you a platform to call in and just let it off. Just let it off into the airwave, and phew, it just goes without judgments, without anyone pointing fingers or, accusing you of anything. Sometimes we keep it in our chest and it doesn't do any good to us. You know how we internalize things, and sometimes it becomes much of a burden, and you might not trust people around you to just want to talk with them because you don't know if it can be kept. But sometimes when you just let it out, you can remain anonymous, by the way. It goes a long way at helping you feel light again. It can be a secret. It could be something you just want to talk about, and we will give you the platform to do so. So that's what we do on Confession Tuesday. It could be personal or anything, work-related, family, finances, anything. Feel free. Call the numbers 0700 951 0000, and let's get to have the confessions on board. And then tomorrow, hopefully, we get to do justice to them by opening up so people can, advise where anyone asks for advice or any sort of counsel. And let's see how we're able to pull through with it. It's 22 minutes past 2. Welcome aboard to Confession Tuesday. My name is Swat. Call me up on 0700 951 0000 and 080 9597 4869, and WhatsApp is 080 999 30137. You can record a voice note in case you don't want to call in. Remain anonymous, like I said, if you want to. If that helps you, that would go a long way. So we get started from here. Let's see who's here. Hello? Okay. Sorry, the call didn't stay. You can call me back. And let's know what your confession is this Tuesday. Okay, yes, still Confession Tuesday, and the numbers still remain the same. You can still record your voice messages, and let's see. Okay, someone is calling. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Auntie Swat.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I hope you're having a great day.
Yes, I am. Hope you are having one too.
All right, thank you for being here to listen to us offload our burdens.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about something that happened so many years ago. Um, I have never discussed it with anybody, but since I'm going to be talking as anonymous, I can share it here.
Okay.
Okay, so a few years ago, as a young graduate, I came into the city of Abuja and I was working with a particular person. He was a top. He rose to the pinnacle of his career in the civil service. And when I say the pinnacle, I mean the very pinnacle of his career. You don't get higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
So before he retired. So at this time, I met with him. He was trying to start a company, and as a young graduate, I was posted to his company to work. So we had been working for some time, and at that period, there was a new government. A new government just came in, and he had some issues with someone in government who was in government then, and the person made it such that his monthly pension was sort of suspended. So he wasn't getting his monthly pension because of the issue he had with the person. I think it was over something he said on air. He granted an interview, and in the course of that interview, he said certain things that didn't go well with certain persons in some quarters. So his salary stopped. His pension rather stopped. So that period, he had enough money. Actually, he's not particularly the kind of civil servants you would feel pity for because they stopped his monthly pension. But of course, he still wanted his pensions to
Continue coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he had this issue, and the issue had lasted for almost a year while I was working with him, and there was no way to solve it. But then along the line, there was this particular individual who was working with the person he had a problem with. And I happened to know the person. So we got talking, and unknown to him, I never discussed my boss with him. I never said my boss was an issue and all, but he brought up the issue. He didn't even know who my boss was. So he brought up the issue, and he told me about the fact that his boss is responsible for that particular thing. He was just trying to tell me the power of his boss. Like, he was trying to brag about how powerful his boss is. So the story he narrated to me sounded very familiar to the one my own boss is going through. So I became interested. To cut a long story short, I found out that he is like a gay partner to his boss. So, and he was beginning to develop some kind of interest in me. And initially I thought it was just normal likeness, but later on I found out that it was beyond that. I am speaking under anonymity, so I can say if I'm gay, I can say I'm gay, but I'm not. So I'm straight. So, but I wasn't comfortable with that, but he liked me anyway, and he always liked for us to hang out. So I took advantage of that likeness, and I revisited the issue with my boss, and presented my boss to him as an uncle, and he was shocked. Like, am I serious? I was like, yes, So after we spoke for some time, he said he promised me that I shouldn't worry, he's going to speak to his boss. So to cut a very long story with a lot of other things that happened short, he spoke to his boss and the suspension was sort of lifted. And all the arrears of my boss was paid to him on a particular day. He was so happy, he was so excited, but he didn't know how that happened, and he kept on saying that they got tired. He was coming up with other theories of how the issue was solved. Up until when he passed, he died of cancer a few years now. He didn't know that I was instrumental to that his pension coming back. So, but I never discussed it with him. I just let it slide. There was a time he even said some nasty things about me. I mean, my own boss and all of that. I was tempted to let him know that I was instrumental to doing that, but I looked at it and I said, I just held back and I never said it to him. And nobody knows how that was resolved. And up till today, it's just been there. I've just kept it to myself. I've never shared it with anyone else. And I maintained friendship with the gay gentleman, but it was just we are just friends because I don't judge him. So he took a kind of genuine liking to me. So we used to talk once in a whole while, and we still maintain that friendship. So yeah, I just felt I should let it out.
Okay, so is he the former boss that is dead that died of cancer, or who died of cancer?
Yeah, my former boss died of cancer. Yeah.
Okay, the one whose pension was restored?
Yes.
Okay, I think you did a good thing. You did a good thing. Well done, and thank you. Thank you for your kindness.
I've never shared it with anyone.
Yes, I understand. That's very kind of you. Very, very. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and have a fantastic time.
You too. I will. Okay, some interesting confession there. So many times people do things under the cover of anonymity. I know people who have helped, who has triggered a lot of good things, and they just say, well, keep it under wraps. Don't let anybody know. Don't tell people because I don't want to take the glory. Let them give thanks to God, and that's enough. And I think that's just what you did. And it's a good thing. It's very commendable, even though if people don't recognize and sometimes even insult you on some of the fact that, you've been good and all of that. So well done, Anonymous, and keep up the good work. It's good to see that you take up a fight that has nothing to do with you. No benefit will come to you whatsoever, but you still took it up anyways. So thank you again. Right. Yes, do we have other things or other people who have things that they want to confess? Please feel free. It's 2:33 p.m. and we have a message here. And this one said, my husband and I got divorced about 4 years ago over some irreconcilable differences. But recently, he's been hitting me up on my phone and saying we could remain friends and keep talking, that we should keep an open line of conversation. And I don't know where that is coming from. This was a man who didn't want to have anything to do with me. But all of a sudden, he's been calling and sending me messages and saying we should remain friends. Auntie Swat, do you think I should carry on with the friendship, or should I be wary of something that I do not know? All right, that's coming in from Anonymous. Should you be wary? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what led to your divorce. You guys, 4 years apart, and then all of a sudden he starts hitting you up and calling up and saying you guys need to be friends. Is he married or are you remarried? What's the situation like? I can't say what his motives are, but yeah, being friends, no one ever died from being friends, right? But then also being friends is a choice. It's up to you to make up your mind as to whether you want to remain friends. I know how divorce can be. I mean, learning that from people. I didn't come from a divorce home or whatever, but I mean, I've seen people who have been victims of that, either the one who got divorced or children from divorce home, and how they talk about it from a traumatic perspective. And having had to go through that, I can imagine the pain and the, all that you've had to go through, and then this person is coming back again, hitting you up, saying that you guys should remain friends. Well, I think it's up to you and what you think. Nobody should take that decision for you. For some people, they just want to move on and forget about the past. For some people, I've seen people who have divorced and have had to come back together again and got remarried. There's a possibility. Too many stories about that. And what's the point of remaining enemies? You know, whether children are involved or not. But hey, think about it and make up your mind as to what is good for your mental health, what is good for your sanity, what is good for you moving forward, you know, because rather than remaining enemies, does friendship hurt? But if you don't have trust for it also, then it's up to you. So yeah, let's leave it at that and move on. I think you can just, you know, put all the indices on the table and make your own calculation moving forward. Okay, 0700 951 0000 and 08095974869. You can dial WhatsApp on 08099930137. Leave a voice note or leave a message for Confession Tuesday as we proceed this afternoon. Hello.
Yeah, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good to know. I think I have something that I want to share,
Okay.
and then also request for advice if necessary.
Okay.
Yes, and I actually inherited an office, you know, from somebody who has gone to resume his own. Now, the issue here is that there is some money that was coming into the office. So he's still insisting that I should do it the way they normally do it before, so that they will get their own cost. And then if there are some other arrangements that they do quarterly, of which the company also has approved. So those money, he still want to have access to them. Me myself, I didn't even know that there are some corner market things they do like that. So, and being the nature of who I am, I cannot partake in those things. And also, my intention was not to rub myself in the mud, but I just want him to just be getting what he's getting. So that's where I want to. If it is possible, let him. He knows the people we make the arrangement with already, and then as the money is coming, I don't want to touch it. Let him be going ahead. But second thing is, if the organization find out that this has been what is happening, and I told them that this is the person responsible, do you think they will believe me as the head of the organization now, or is the guy that they will now have problem with? So this is something that has been bothering me since I resumed that place last month. So I don't know. I just need an advice in this location.
Okay, sir. Let me clarify this story because I think I missed it at some point in time. You resumed as the head of the office last month, right?
Yes.
And
last 2 months, month of January.
Okay. So you said the former guy used to do what? Can you explain that part again? So that
Okay. There are some deals that come to the office.
Okay.
Monetary deals that comes to the office that is being approved from the top. So he made arrangements with some people, the people that were supposed to receive the money, assuming that you are paying 100 naira. In this case, they will say it's 500 naira. After paying 100, the 400 will be split among them. So when he left, he told me about all this. And he's still interested in getting the money. And also he asked me if I would be interested in sharing. I said But the where I am contemplating on right now is that should I stop it or still allow him go ahead to be collecting his money? Because one, I'm not interested in collecting that money or sharing that money with him. And then secondly, if I tell the management that this is what we are doing, and then this is the amount, and this is the real amount, what do you think will happen? Because I really don't want to have a problem with anybody or dent my own image.
Okay, I think you have your answer to yourself. Really, you're not interested. And
yes,
you know that if you continue allowing... And wait, let me ask you, this is an illegality, right? It's an illegal...
Yes, it's illegal.
Okay.
It's illegal. So it's an extortion.
Oh, so what are we saying? You don't want to be a part of it. You do not agree to that mindset. So what are you waiting for? Until you get caught and you are implicated, then you now realize that you actually should have alerted the authorities when you should. These are cases of corruption. He's siphoning money where he has no business doing that. And he carried on. Right now, it is your responsibility to be on that seat and stop whatever illegality. But if you keep quiet, you're complicit. And it doesn't matter that you're not taking a kobo. Nobody would even think about that. You knew it and you kept quiet. So there's what you call the people who aid and abet. You may not be a beneficiary, but if you keep quiet, that means you're looking the other way and you are also complicit. So think about it. And honestly, go by what your conscience tells you. I don't think it's about another person. It's about you who is in charge. You've been given a responsibility. What will you do with that seat and that office that you're occupying right now?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. I think we'll also bring up this tomorrow so that people can contribute to this, because a lot of times we see this sort of things and you say you don't want to stop another man's bread from coming in. But then it's not even about you getting implicated or getting complicit. What, at the end of the day, would be said that you saw something that was, is wrong. If it is legal, that's what I wanted to know. Is it legal? Is it illegal? You're siphoning money. And these are the issues we're talking about in society, and people carry on with it. So, yeah, I'm sure there will be more to say on this tomorrow, since he said he wants people to contribute to it, right? Thank you so much. Stan from Pape said, good afternoon. That guy's story reminded me of when my brother saw me as an enemy and wanted to buy a property, and his money wasn't enough, so he deposited some amount. So because he couldn't meet up to pay the balance, some people went behind and offered to pay the landlord twice of the amount. I heard of it and gave someone the balance to give him, and he paid for the property. Honestly, till today, he doesn't know that I was the person that gave him the balance and not the other person. And the worst part of it all is the people he saw as friends turned their back on him when he needed the most. Stan from Pape. Interesting story. Okay, nice one. Thank you for the good works that people keep doing. Okay, remember our advice and counseling will come up tomorrow. So if you have confession, please call with your confession this afternoon. Would love to hear from you, and you can remain anonymous. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mama.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay now.
Sorry, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, on that last guy's story, I believe Swat, there's nothing for us to contribute there. There's nothing for us. You've told him the actual truth. There's nothing for us to contribute. If we were to contribute, I would to tell him to not, he shouldn't tell anybody. He should go ahead and continue doing what he's doing. No. You've already told him the truth, so there's nothing for us to contribute here. You should go and tell the management this is what has been going on, or the head of the department or whatever he's doing. You should tell them that this is what has been going on.
Okay.
So that they will expose the other guy and stop the loophole wherever the loophole is coming from.
Yeah. All right.
That is it. There's nothing for us to contribute there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll have more of this tomorrow. Like I said, But let's have other confessions. I have some other messages this afternoon. Please join me on social media. Drop your comments. If you have a confession you want to make, you can also do that on our YouTube page. Our YouTube page is 95.1 Nigeria Info, 95.1 Abuja. We're streaming live. You can join me there. And our Facebook is also streaming live. Our Facebook is Nigeria Info, 95.1 Abuja. Okay, Choma Vivian Nodi said conspiracy to crime. What is that? That's part of the message I have there. Dauda Idako said, good afternoon, Ma. Thank you. Good afternoon to you. Akem said, this is what you see in Nigeria, where men in charge of institutions are more institutionalized than the institutions they preside on. Ovie Aya said, good afternoon, Swat. My first time watching you live in Gwarimpa. You're amazing. God bless you and God bless Nigeria Info. Thank you so much. God bless you too. You guys are equally amazing. Okay. I think we have other messages too, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yep. Now, let me see. Okay. To the message that I have, I am married, but I feel alone. No fun, no laughter, no intimacy. What do you think I should do? Okay, I'm married, but I feel alone. No laughter, no intimacy, no fun. What should I do? That's a serious one. I'm married, but I feel all alone. Okay, so that's one other issue here that's been raised this afternoon about being all alone or feeling all alone in a marriage that is supposed to be made of two people, right? People should keep each other companion or keep each other company. But no laughter, no intimacy, no fun. That's what you say, and you're asking what you do. Well, why don't you have a talk? Why don't you express your feelings? Because I understand communication is everything. That expresses how you feel to the other person so that the other person also, you tell them what you want from them. Because if you are feeling alone, then that means something is wrong. Something is broken, right? Something is broken within the marriage. So, yes, voice it out. Are you afraid to talk to your partner? Are you afraid to tell your spouse exactly how you feel? You shouldn't be. That should be the closest person to you. That should be your friend. That should be your companion. That should be your right-hand person, right? That you're able to talk to freely. So if this is how you feel, there's probably a breakdown of something within the marriage, communication, interaction, and that needs to be mended by sitting down and having a proper channel of communication opened up so you tell them exactly how you feel and why you feel like that and what can be done to salvage the whole situation before it deteriorates further. Because for you sounding this way, no fun, no laughter, no intimacy, wow. It's very serious. Okay? So, yeah, talk to your spouse and we'll get to expand on this tomorrow. Okay, it's already 2:49. We'll be wrapping up pretty soon. So we're still open to more confessions if you have any of yours to add up. 0700-951-0000 and 080-9597-4869. WhatsApp is 080-999-30137. Send your messages, your voice notes, and you can put a call through before we round up. We barely have About, let's see, 9 minutes to go. So, what confession do we have before I leave? Okay, one last message, and I guess that would be it for confession today. Since the calls are much today, means we don't have so much confession today. So we just take this. Had a little misunderstanding. Okay. Okay, yes, I think I get this one now. This is about a family conflict. Had a misunderstanding with my son. Lost my husband years ago, and I had a misunderstanding with my son, and he said he didn't want to have anything to do with me and left home. Well, he came back that's 2 months ago, he said. He came back 2 months ago and is begging to be forgiven and I should take him back in. I tried to look for him when he left. His numbers were not going through. I had no idea where he went to. And then all of a sudden, from the blues, he's back and begging to be forgiven and take him back in. What should I do? Interesting. What should you do? Why do people keep asking, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Okay, so what should you do? Sometimes it's the parents or the children that disown their parents, right? You've seen that situation. I don't want to have anything to do with my father or my mother again, and all of that, and they leave. In instances where the parents feel hurt, they say, leave my house. I don't want you to come back again. Maybe the child got pregnant or some other disobedience acts or things that the parents forbid, from their children. They carried it on or they felt, slighted by their children's action. You get to see that. Instances where parents drive their children out and say, leave my house. Even though I don't know, your parent will always be your parent. I don't feel there should be a situation where you should let your child go because your child is your child. No matter how the gravity of offense, try and keep them underneath because there's nothing that love and consistent help and, counsel would not help to achieve. But situation where you see parents throw their children out or children walking out of their parents, sometimes I wonder what leads to that sort of extremity. But you said your child is back. And my mind goes to the story of the prodigal child that goes off and comes back begging, and the father did not even allow the child to come to the house. From a way off, he saw his son who said, I don't want to have anything, just give me my own inheritance, let me get going. And he storms out of his father, goes spend the money lavishly, uselessly, and then is now back repentant. What did the father do? He accepted the child back because children can be foolish. By all standards, you are the parent. So no matter how old your child is, your child will always be your child. He got you worried. He was rebellious. But he's back. Please. Forgive him. Love him back to being who he ought to be. I know it's not easy. I know it's hard. It can be offensive. And seeing that the father is not even around, so you know how boys are supposed to step in and help their mothers, but then you also contribute to that. But he's back. Have mercy. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. If you have anything to add to this or you have confession, please call in because the time is counting and I have to be on my way pretty soon. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, Swat.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good day.
Yes, you're welcome.
The last person that finished that, the thing is, blood is blood.
What?
It's your son. I said, I want to comment on the last message about the son that returned.
Okay.
This night, very simple. It's your son, and there's no way you can leave. You just said the best thing is to welcome him home and then teach him the way of God. You get. The woman now said that he will do well, yes, than before. So the brother should accept him back and then take good care of him and then put him in the right path. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
That the brother does not come back to hurt her. Yes, so,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. And that's very true. You know, sometimes when you see this sort of thing happening within families and a reconciliation happens, it could even be, you know, in the context of a relationship. Sometimes you need to go through some very rough patches to teach you a lesson and help you to become better. So, I mean, since he has realized, we're pleading to you, Mama, if you can have mercy and love him back onto yourself, I'm sure he would become better afterwards. Okay? So we will take on this final call. Hello.
Hello, Swat. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, Swat, this is Chris. A very quick one. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. If the person that the last message, if the person is listening, I don't know. Quickly, there is a song we sang when we were in secondary school. I will just quickly say that. It says, Kadewu Maselake, Titu Wakachai today. Yes, I remember me. So, what I'm trying to say is that no matter what, your child is your child. As heavy as it is for a child or a mother to forget, if you don't feel that as a taboo, no matter the situation. So if the son or the child is back, let her wholeheartedly open her arms to welcome him back. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And that's the last call I can take today on Confession Tuesday. Hassan Idon says, good afternoon, Swat. Adefolaring Olamilekon said, you are doing great, Ma. Thank you so much. Danito Mohammed on Facebook said, good afternoon, Auntie Swat. Nice to see you live. And to NY says, sweets. That's the only thing you said there. Okay, thank you to for all the comments you guys have sent in. I don't think I have any comments on my YouTube page, but all the same, I see people hooking up or joining the live streaming and watching. Thank you so much. All right, so we'll do our counseling session tomorrow, right? Okay, yes, I see messages on the YouTube. Odo Ugochukwu said, good afternoon. What do we have today? And Honorable Engineer Alufemi said, hello, Swat. Good to see you online. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for all the comments you guys leave on our social media handles when we stream live. We appreciate that. Like I said, that will mark the end of Confession Tuesday. Until when we come tomorrow to expand more on some of these issues and take more of the confessions and the issues on board so we can get to treat them. You guys, please stay well. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. My name is Swat, the name my father gave me. God bless you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Up next is Hard Facts with Kimberly.
is Nigeria.